you started your inspirational book with these words, some would say, life has not been kind to me. I lost my 17-year-old brother, and his name was Forrest. 2 of my 4 children had special needs. One of my 2 sons died at age 15, and his name was Matthew. And at 38, 9 days after my divorce was finalized, I was paralyzed by transverse myelitis, if I'm saying that right, a rare inflammation of the spinal cord that affects 1 in a million. And it's been hard to power through and live fully in this life I did not choose. But I've learned that how I start my day sets the tone for how I get through the day. You know, who I thought about when I was reading these, and I'm going to just say this before I ask any questions, because as I read that, I thought about your mom sitting in the kitchen, sitting there with you, drinking coffee and just giving you her wisdom. I thought about your dad and him standing up there at the pulpit and his words of wisdom. And I thought about Forrest and his last words and, what that must have meant. I saw your sister Rachel's arms holding you up in the bathroom, and I just was laughing. And I saw your strength, a strength I've not seen before. I saw your kids. I saw your son Peter reflecting on life. I saw your daughter Brittany's heart. I saw Madison's autism flair for life, which I'm autistic, and 3 of my kids are autistic, so I absolutely appreciate her story. And I saw Matthew's beautiful eyes looking up at you, with his, beautiful brown eyes. And even though that he was medically fragile, and, I just saw everything in your life right there on the pages in these books. And I also saw our stories, everybody's stories right there on the pages. And that was what was so beautiful about it, because you are more than a million. I think every family has a piece of your story. Your pain is so deep, but yet you live each day with intention, positivity, and incredible gratitude, which is what you say. But everybody understands what it's like to take care of a child, or to have a hurt, or to have a loss, or a death, or somebody that, your child is really having a hard time, and you're having a hard time being able to get to them or take care of their needs. And I think every single one of us can relate. So thank you so much for writing that.